Okay, so this video is just to show how to create a test in Blackboard. So one way to do it is to go into your course content and then just go under Assessments and Test and then Create. Name the test, describe it, give instructions, and then click Submit. And now you have the test canvas, which is where you can create questions. If you have a file that's in Blackboard format, you can upload that here. If you don't, you need to create the questions. So you choose which kind that you want. Don't worry about question title, that's just more work. Sorry. So you write your question here. And since I chose multiple choice, you could choose your answer numbering. So you could do your ABC, 1, 2, 3. And then you can choose here number of answers. And then here, this part's important. Correct. Make sure that it's filled in which one's the correct answer. Okay, so see that's empty, so that's a wrong answer. And then this is a correct answer. Okay, this is the write the answer to your question. Just doing this for fun. All right, so that's one question. You can write in here feedback for that question that students will see after they take the test, if you want to, and then click submit or click submit and create another. So you can do either one. Okay, so now that you've created the test, what do you do with it? Okay, you can go up top here and go to tests, and you'll see it. The one I just made was called test, so that's here. Okay, if you go, you want to get back to this and you just open Blackboard, just go over here to course tools and tests, surveys, and tools. Click tests. There's all the tests that you created. Now I know this is the one I just did because it says March 31st. No, it means it has not been deployed into anywhere in your course yet, and you need to do that. If you click the little down arrow, you can edit it. So you can change the questions, add more, do whatever you want, okay? Now, how do you deploy it? Go back to course content, go to assessments and tests like we did at the beginning, and then select which test you want to deploy. Hit submit. And here's your test again, the description part and the instructions. You could click show test the description, show instructions if you want. Always good to open it in a new window. It just works better that way. Make it available to your students. Add a new announcement if you want to. You could change the number of attempts here. I often have them do it more than once, or they can do it more than once if they want to try to improve their grade. And you can either have it scored by last graded attempt, or the highest grade, or the lowest grade, or like an average, etc. You don't worry about forced completion. Just set the timer if you want them to do it in a certain amount of time. And this part, it'll auto submit at the end of your time if you tell it to. If not, it will just give the student the option to keep going after that time limit. Here is where you can control when they can see the test. So if you want to have it only open for a certain amount of time, you can change your dates and everything here to make that happen. This is for where you deal with students who need extended time. So you choose the name of a student and submit, and then you can choose unlimited for that person. You can change the amount of time so that students who need extended time can have double time. Here you need to click include the test and grade score calculations, which will make it go into your total. Here's where you can select what kind of feedback students will get after they're done. So after they're submitted the whole test, they can get their score per question and see any feedback. Or you can say after the due date, or after availability end date, or after everything's graded. Then you can choose to show everything all at once. If you have a short quiz, like 10 questions, it's great to show it all at once. If not, present one at a time. If you don't click this, they can still go back, just like they would in class, and they can go back and check their answers. If you don't click this, then, if you click this, then I don't know, that just adds an unnecessary level of stress to students, so don't do that. You can randomize the question so it's different for each student if you want to. Okay, so then again, click submit. Okay, so I can't submit it because I didn't put a due date. Or I can just not have a due date. So the other thing you want to do is you can not allow the students to start the test if the date has passed. So what happens to me is I let them do multiple attempts and I leave it open for quizzes. So then I don't allow them to take it after the due date. So I don't know why that won't click. April 2nd, 2020, 11:59. Do not. I'm not sure why that is causing me trouble, but I do it all the time. So click there, submit. Okay, so now you need to deploy your test. Sorry, I just deployed it. So now you need to make sure that they can see it, okay? So here it is, and just a note, you can move it like that to where you want it to be. Also, if you put it in the main course content, but you actually wanted it in a unit, you can move it. Move, and then tell it where you want it to move. Okay, so say you want to put it in Unit 1. And then you can click it, and then go to Unit 1. Okay? There you go. All right, I'm going to delete, oh no, I'm not going to delete it yet because I want to show you how to export it. So go back to Tools. And then Test Surveys and Pools. Click Tests. Go down to the test you just created. Export to local computer. So basically what you're doing is saving it. Okay? So remember what it's called. Save it in a place you know. Go to another course. go to Tools, Test Surveys and Pools, Tests, and then Import Test. Browse your computer, pick the test you want to import, and then submit. So now it's in your list of tests. And if you go to course content, I don't know why that's not opening. If you go to somewhere that you want to put the test, assessments, test, there you go. Same thing we did last time. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.